Mo wants you guys to leave on the trespass property.
We're not trespassing.
We bought the food here, we're eating the food here. How's that
Private
trespass?
property, they want you
It's
to
not
leave.
private, it's public.
Why do they-
Why
do they want us to leave?
Yes, that means you have access to it with permission.
Up the private
I
property.
bought the food and I'm
No
going to eat
trespass.
here. You're breaking the law. You're going to arrest me.
Well, sir, here's the thing.
Okay, Dorman's going to show you.
I'm going to show you the law. You want to see
We're
the
going to show you the
wanna
law.
see the
We've got the
trespass
law
act
right here.
You want to see
If
the
you guys don't want to leave, you'll be escorted off the property.
Let me ask you something. Why are they asking us to leave?
Why are you guys asking?
Why are you asking us to leave?
Why?
Why?
That's the question. They promote segregation.
I can't hear you. Let him speak. Let him speak. Why?
There's a new procedure.
Procedure's not a law.
Let him hear him out. Hear him out.
Let
Hear him
It
out.
says you have to have your vaccination passport to be seated to eat on private property.
Okay.
Right? That's why.
Do you understand that you have absolutely no right? Do you want to quote this here?
Go ahead. So under the law, you cannot policy.
Which law?
It's right here. We have it all
Right here. I've got all the laws right
talking
here.
which law?
Yeah. So we've got one, the Immunization Act of 1997 that says that in Canada you cannot mandate vaccinations anywhere in Canada.
Does that supersede the Trespass Property Act?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It's a federal law. It 100% does.
It's a law. It's not an act.
It's a law that all laws must adhere to this, and you cannot mandate
Are you banning
vaccinations.
them access
Based on what, though?
based on? Hold on.
Yeah,
You
he's
guys
doing it.
talk. Let me
He's
talk.
doing it.
Okay.
Are you banning them based on a rule that the mall has for access? Yes. You have to have a code.
Oh, you answering for him? You're answering for him? You're answering for him?
Don't put the words in his mouth.
So the Trespass Property Act dictates
Okay, let me show-
that. Hold on.
We have- okay, we have that here as well.
The Trespass Property Act dictates that him has the right to tell you to leave.
Okay.
And if you don't leave,
Okay. Can I show you the
then you can
Trespass
be
to
forced
Property
to leave
Act?
from the property.
Can I show you the Trespass to Property Act? We have it right here. I will.
What
Give
part
me
of
one
the-
second.
The Trespass to Property Act, Section number 2 states as long as you're in there taking part in the business that they advertise, you are not trespassing.
does. I have it right here. Give me a
100%
second.
it does. It's right here. We are not in here causing a nuisance. We came in, we bought food, we're sitting at a table eating our food. We're not
police
causing a
officers need to be
nuisance.
educated.
We're not being belligerent. We're not stealing. We're not doing anything against the law besides sitting down eating the food that we purchased that they sold to us. So we are 100% within the law. Trespass Act, Section number 2. We are not causing a nuisance. We are doing what everybody else.
Show me which part of the
I'm trying to
Yeah.
find it. You know where it is. You put this together.
No, it's in here somewhere.
Yep.
I think you may have passed it.
Right
But
now is educate the officers as to what the laws are, because they're questioning whether their take on the laws is
I think you
somewhat
passed
different
it.
than what the law
Oh,
supersedes.
what's that one?
Verify that.
Okay, that's the reopening act, so it's after this.
89,
Coming up here, guys.
8932.
Right here, Trespass to Property
Yeah.
Act.
You want to look at it?
So right here, Section number 2. We are not trespassing because we are taking part in an activity that is allowed. They
Acting under
advertise.
the right of authority, and the right of authority.
His authority.
No, no, no.
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 He doesn't have the
He doesn't
authority
have
to
the
man. He doesn't have the man. No. Listen. He doesn't have the authority to mandate vaccination.
Every person who is acting under a right. So I have a right not
They're
to show
referring
him.
to you. They're referring to him.
No.
No, they're referring to us.
Every person. I'm a person who is not acting under a right or authority will be trespassing. I am acting under a right. He has no right to ask me for my vaccine history. It's against the
It's
law.
against the law.
Read it.
Yeah. Without the express permission of the employer,
He has the express
the proof of
permission
which rests on the defendant.
He has the express
Engage in an
permission of the
activity on the
occupier.
premises when the activity is prohibited.
Yes, the activity you're doing is prohibited.
No, it's
What?
not.
It's not. It's the
Eating
activity
food that
I'm
we
doing.
bought here, eating
don't
food,
get to make rules.
they don't get to policy outside of the law.
Supervisor here.
On top of that, we've got the Ontario Health and Privacy Act that says he has no right to ask us what our personal medical history is. That is a law. Under the Immunization Act of Canada, he has no right to ask us to be vaccinated in order to come here. Under the law, we have the right to come and purchase the food that they've advertised for us to purchase and eat it
You follow
here.
their rules.
And you cannot
They can't
policy outside the
No
law.
policy
That
outside
is
the law.
very, very
The
clear.
government knows right now that they can't force vaccinate us all.
And
they're
that's
tricking
why they're not
businesses
doing it.
into thinking that they can do it. They're telling you to have a vaccine policy. And they're tricking them into do it.
Exactly.
It's discrimination under the Human Rights Code. and they have no right to do it. Under the Privacy Act, they have no right to ask for our medical
Personal
history.
Health Information Protection Act.
Sure, guys, sure.
I've got all the laws right here that they are breaking. In fact, you should be charging them for breaking the law. Harassment and uttering threats.
Well, I'm clear. And by the way,
Under
how do
the
you feel
criminal
about
code,
segregation
they have that.
South United States in the history. How do you feel about segregation of Jews in Germany? How do you feel about that?
segregation?
Officer Langford, how do you feel about segregation?
Brother,
This
how
is
do you feel about
segregation
segregation?
No, I'm clear.
Oh, you're here.
No, but you're here and you're. Yeah.
No, but I'm asking your opinion.
And I'm telling you, I'm not here to debate.
It's not a debate. That's a question. You can ask it. No, I'm clear, but I'm just curious. How do you feel about segregation?
It's my job. It's my job.
If they have a policy saying,
Your job is to uphold the law.
if they have a policy saying no black people can come in here, are you going to enforce
There's a
that
list of laws
policy?
that they are breaking. They are breaking these laws.
But he said he's going to.
You know that. You're a police officer. You know that.
No, we're not.
We're not breaking the law.
Mandate is not a law.
Property Act.
It's not a trespass.
Bullshit, man.
It is not a trespass when you're here.
We're being harassed.
Exactly. When you are here taking part in the activity that they specifically advertise, that is not trespassing. We came in, we
So how do you
bought
feel
food,
about
and we sat
harassing
down.
second-class citizens? How do you feel about harassing second-class citizens? Officer Chan, how do you feel about harassing second-class citizens?
So we have Officer Chan and Officer Langford here.
You just study your history, Officer Langford.
I wonder if they go to Queen's Court on Saturday.
And by the way, everyone who's being tried here, is you compliant with this?
I have no problem asking for identification for a human rights complaint and for criminal code charges to be pressed on every security person here that is breaking the law. Under the criminal code, this is uttering threats and this is harassment under the criminal code. And under the Ontario Health and Privacy Act, you have no right to ask me for my medical status at all. It's against the law.
discrimination.
And under the Immunization Act, you cannot demand that I be immunized for any goods or service or contract. It is against the law. You are breaking the law. The government did not mandate this because they don't want to be held liable.
Exactly.
And that's why the government didn't do it.
That's why they're tricking businesses into doing it. And you guys
But the
lie.
businesses become liable. Under the criminal code, under the human rights code, and under civil action, you guys become liable for breaking the law. And I've got the laws right here for you to read. I have no problem sharing the laws with you. Our job is to educate everybody so that everybody is not discriminated against nor segregated against. You have the right not to be discriminated against based on your health situation. It's the law.
Said Jody.
It's the law. And we're all being lawful here. We paid for our food. We didn't steal it. We paid for it. And now we're sitting down where we bought it to eat it. That is perfectly legal to do.
But what happens when the court under that paper thing? Right now, it has to do with a some kind of permit that you have
Thanks,
to take
Jim.
some kind of drug. What about the next one? When it's a permit that you have to do something that you really don't agree with, what you got to do.
We are doing our best to stand in our square and educate. A lot of people don't understand the law, and that's okay, but we need to educate people what the law is and what their rights are. So we will do this. Not sure what they're going to do. They're discussing it.
They're waiting for supervisor.
Oh, are they waiting for? I thought this gentleman in the suit was a supervisor.
Freedom from discrimination. Every person has a right to equal treatment with respect to services, goods, and facilities.
Okay, so they're waiting for
without
the police
discrimination.
supervisor. Let's just
Because
see.
of race,
We're doing our best to stand in our square and
racial
educate
origin,
folks.
color, ethnic origin, citizenship, creed.
We are
disability.
doing our best.
Every
I
person
think they're
has
starting to wonder if
accommodation.
perhaps
Everyone
we
has
are
a right to
right
equal
because
treatment
they haven't
with
arrested us and they haven't dragged us out yet.
Without discrimination.
I think they're starting to question whether we're right or not because they haven't arrested us and they haven't dragged us out yet. So they're looking for clarification from their supervisor, but we have the law on our side. The law is on our side. And if this goes bad for us, we get their names, badge numbers, and the name of every security person, and we charge them under the criminal code. We make a human rights complaint, and we take civil action against them because that is our right under the law, and the law is on our side.
That's right. Yeah.
personally. We're going
remind
to sue
them
them
about the-
personally.
Yeah, yes, you can't sue the establishment. You have to sue the individual that is harassing you, the individual who is stomping on your rights. So it would be every single one of these people that are here individually. And under the Police Services Act, the police are to uphold the law and protect citizens. And when they don't uphold the law and protect citizens, guess what? Their liability insurance does not kick in and protect them. And now they have to defend themselves on their own dime, not under their benefit plan, because it will not cover them for breaking the law.
And there's a precedent in Montreal, I think, in Quebec.
A president in Montreal?
Precedent being said that I think Toronto police is personally liable and actually have to pay the damages to somebody that they harass or and then even ruffled up.
That's awesome.
So we have a precedent in this country.
Exactly.
Where personally somebody was sued.
And there's many court cases that are on the books that have set precedents.
Yeah.
So
Thank you, Jody.
you're
Love you so
welcome.
much.
You're welcome. We're doing our best to educate and show everybody what to do. Stand in your square. Don't be afraid.
We're here to impact and empower the people. This is, by the way, officers, this is the opportunity to evolve.
We do need the police on our side, so we need to educate each and every single one.
Know your rights, protect your rights, or you'll lose your rights. And you guys hear that millions and billions of times. But you guys start sharing that to the sheeple out there, the sleeping lions especially.
Yeah.
We're not doing
Thank you,
anything.
guys. Make sure
We're here
you share
asserting our
this.
rights. We're not
We-
causing a disturbance.
No, we didn't even put
No,
the money here.
we bought food at the mall,
And by the
in
way-
the food court. We're
By the
sitting
way,
down eating
Jim-
our food. We did
Jim was
nothing.
gonna start. He was hungry. This guy is always hungry. I love him. I love this guy. Thank you so much. So he started eating the food in front of the counter where we bought the food, and the security lady came in and is like, "Oh, you're not allowed to eat here. You only can eat